In order to simplify this rational expression, the first thing I need to do is come up with my list of exclusions before I do anything else. So my exclusions are anything that's going to make the denominator equal to 0. And I can see in this very first term that if x equals 0, when I multiply it, my denominator is going to be 0. So I know that one of my exclusions is x cannot equal 0. When I look at my second term, it's not in factored form, so I'm going to have to put it in factored form to see if there's anything else that needs to be excluded. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and factor out. I can see that I've got a 3 and a 9, so I can factor out a 3 from both of them. And then I've got an x cubed and an x squared. Well, the x squared is the smallest number of x's, so I can take out an x squared from both of those. And then to look at what is left, what I've got is 3x cubed, and I'm dividing out 3x squared. So my 3's cancel out, and x cubed divided by x squared just leaves me with an x. And then my second term, I've got 9x squared divided by 3x squared. My x squareds cancel out, and I'm left with 3. So when I look at this, I can also tell that x cannot equal -3, because if x equals -3, that's going to make a 0. So I'm going to need to also exclude x is not equal to -3. So now that I have my exclusions, the next thing I'm going to take care of is the division. And I'm going to go ahead and just invert my second term and turn this into a multiplication problem. So that'll look like 1 over 3x squared times, and I'm going to use the factored form, this guy here that I just came up with. So 3x squared times x plus 3. That's replacing my denominator. And then on bottom, I've got 4x minus 32. So this is pretty far along, but I can see when I was writing this out that my new denominator needs to be factored. So when I look at this, I can take a 4 out of both of these terms. There's not a variable in both, so the best I can do is the 4. So I'm going to divide out a 4, leaving me with x. And 4 goes into -32, -8 times. And then I'm going to just rewrite my numerator. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of cross through this so I can see that I've replaced it. Now I can cancel things out. So I have a 3x squared on top and a 3x squared on bottom. And then I don't have anything else that'll cancel out. So what I have for my final answer is x plus 3 on top and 4 times x minus 8 on bottom, with x not equaling 0 and x not equaling -3. And that's my final answer.